All right. Welcome back to the Brandon Johnson channel. And I'm here to talk about my favorite movie. My favorite movie is 2011's Drive, directed by Nicholas Winding Refn, not Winding. A lot of people say Winding, but it's Winding, like a winding road. Starring Ryan Gosling, Michelle Williams, and Breaking Bad's Bryan Cranston. And if you watch Sons of Anarchy, Ron Perlman. Yeah. So, when I first saw that movie, that changed my life. I really like movies in general before I saw that movie, but then when I saw that movie, I then was introduced to, or I was more cognizant and aware, conscious of the filmmaking techniques, like theme, story, lighting, and all that. I watched it with a very mechanical eye. Then I watched it again with a very emotional eye. And I watched it one more time with the appreciation of the film. When I saw that movie, it was like decided to be an art house crime drama. I saw like online when people were describing it, and I was like, that's a good comparison because it's very artistic for a crime movie. It's the cinematography very lush, very sunshine. In fact, if you go on TV Tropes, the website, to like list out tropes of movies, TV shows, anime, manga, whatever. It says calls it sunshine noir. Noir meaning French for black, like noir films, neo noir, western noir. Drive is a sunshine noir because it's very bright. Most noir movies take place at night because like crimes mostly are committed at night in public opinion, even though that's not really true. Like right now, it's broad daylight. Somebody is committing a crime. Yeah, and I guess the number one reason I like that movie, if I had to list it out, is the character of the driver. He's a silent, brooding type, which is typical of noir movies. He has a dark past that we don't know about, another typical noir thing. He's a stunt driver, a mechanic, and by night, he's a getaway driver for like criminals. So you pay him as your getaway driver. He gives you a 5 minute window to commit the crime in and out. He doesn't use guns. He doesn't join in the crime outside driving the getaway car. He drives. I thought that's very cool because it shows that he's a very principled person. Like, he's a criminal, but he has his, like, morals, I guess. Like, some criminals are like, oh, I steal, but I don't steal from the elderly. Or, like, I kill people, but I don't kill, like, women or kids. Something like that. Something that still makes them human, even though doing a very evil and some would say inhumane thing, there's still some sort of tether to humanity that'll keep them from going truly off the deep end with such principles like not joining in the crime, just being the getaway driver. That's all I did was just drive these guys away from the crime. I didn't kill nobody, I didn't steal anything, just drove away from it. But yeah, another reason I like it is the soundtrack. As much as I'm a movie buff, I'm a music buff too, and the synth pop soundtrack is cool. I like it. At first, it's kind of jarring because the type of movie it is, but after watching it over and over again, I realized it does fit. Because the main theme song is called "A Real Hero," and it fits thematically with the movie because he wants to be a real hero even though he's stuck in this criminal world. He wants to get out. And when he meets Irene, played by Michelle Williams, he sees it as his chance to be a real hero. Because her husband, Standard Gabriel, played by Oscar Isaacs, owes money to the mob. And the driver's like, okay, well, I want to help this family out. I want to help Irene out because I love her. I want to help out their son. So this is my chance to be a real hero. And yeah, so that's the plot of the movie. We learn about him as a getaway driver, mechanic, stunt driver. He's a shy, awkward guy. And he notices Irene. Starts to fall in love with her. A little apprehensive about it when he finds out she's married and has a kid. But he's like, you know, I'll take a backseat to that. I'll push my feelings down. And then when Standard Gabriel, Oscar Isaac's character, comes back and gets out of prison, he's like, you know what? I'll help you. I know that you owe money to the mob, but I want to help Irene. I want to help your son. And that's the general plot of the movie. He helps Gabriel out, but then the mob backstabs him and kills Gabriel. So then the driver takes into his own hands that, okay, now I have to protect this family. And even though he's trying to get out of that dark, seedy underbelly of the criminal underworld, he's pulled back in, even though he was trying to be the good guy. And then he goes on a murderous rampage, a bloodbath, just full Terminator style precision and determination of objective. Save this family, kill everybody who's attached to the mob who hurt them. And yeah. Third reason, too, would be cinematography. Like I said, beautiful movie, shot very well. Nicholas Winding Refn, the director, is colorblind. And even though that's like an eye defect, in terms of his filming style, it's actually very helpful. Because it makes his movies very stark, very colorful, very like paletted, like very blocky. Like this is red, this is green, this is yellow. And it gives his movie a very unique feel. Like it's almost like it's sectioned off by color. So yeah. I love his other movies too, like The Neon Demon, Valhalla Rising, Only God Forgives, also starring Ryan Gosling. Yeah. Ever since 2011, my favorite movie has been Drive. There are others that come close, and I guess I'll talk about those later. But this has been me, Brandon. See you later.